Hey guys, so I wanted to tell you guys officially that I think my garden's done for the year. Um, we had a problem with weeds or grass and weeds, and we let it get out of hand. And to start off with, we had our plants, and then we had coronavirus, so we couldn't plant them. So I think it stunted them to be sitting in that pot for so long. I could be wrong. Please correct me if you think that I'm wrong. I would love to know, because some of the Facebook gardening things that I follow, that's where I get a lot of information from, because they're good to follow for that. I'm not much of a Facebook person anyway. I just don't care for it all that much, unless it's for like stuff like that. You can find a lot of good information on there, and you can do a lot of good things on there, but it's just not very good for me to look at all the time. But I wanted to tell you that, during coronavirus, we had our stuff and we couldn't get it in the ground till late. And anyway, I think a lot of it has just been too hot. And like cucumbers are normally about July, maybe end of July, from what I've been hearing, kind of play out then. But mine are still giving me a few more. Tomatoes are still producing. What I'm going to do is anything that is on the plant still and it has not ripened yet, but it will ripen, I'm going to go ahead and let it ripen out and then harvest what I can from it, and then we'll just pull everything out, and I'll start thinking about my fall garden and start getting it planned. I know that tomatoes you can grow. I don't know what what they're growing. Like pumpkins are like 190 to 110 days, something like that, until you can harvest it. So I need to get in the ground now. But other things aren't that long. And since we have such a long growing season here in Mississippi, I might try some summer vegetables. I might try to do another thing of maybe another thing of cucumbers in the fall when it starts to cool down a little bit. And I planted some more tomatoes. I'm not sure how well they'll do. I still have cucamelons. I still have 2 different kinds of tomatoes and 3 different kinds of peppers that are in the ground right now, but that aren't, or that in the containers, but that have not really started a little bit. There's a little bit of sprouts, but I'm going to give it a little more time. My bell pepper plants just aren't doing that great. I'm not sure why that is. The soil's not all that great right now because it's the first year. And I do have several small bell peppers on there, and I might try to go ahead and they're about this big, So I might I'm going to give it a few more days, and if they don't get any bigger, then I'll just harvest them and use what I can. And just pull everything out and till it up real good and put some good soil in there with it, till it some more. And then that way in August I can go ahead and plant my fall garden. And I'll have August and September that are pretty warm. That's 60 days, and there's a lot of things that will do in 60 days that you can grow in the summertime that will still do there, from what I'm understanding, in our zone, which is zone 8, A, B, somewhere in between. So I'm not disappointed. I'm excited for a fresh start. I'm excited for the fall vegetables. I'm excited that I learned so much this year. And even though there was heartbreak at times, it's okay, because there will be gardens if the Lord allows us to stay here very much longer. I'll have a fall garden, and I might just be learning from that too, but we'll see. And I'm going to try to keep it grass free this time. Who knows? And I'm going to try to keep it grass free. I'm going to try to just learn everything I can from the vegetables that I grow, things that work, things that don't work. I want to try to do it organically instead of using Sevin Dust. The pests were terrible for me this year. So we'll see about all that. The chickens are great. They're all growing tremendously. They're starting to do that bok bok sound. You know what I'm talking about. Instead of like the cheep cheep sound, they're sounding like big girl chickens. And I'm keeping them cool using frozen water bottles during the day. I get them, if I have to go to work, then I can't come out and refresh their water. So what I do is I take water bottles, I put them in the freezer, and then I take them out there so they can sit around them. It'll be cool. I get a big chunk of ice and in like a deep cake pan, about this deep, and I pour water over the ice so it's cool. I make sure their water and their watering things is cool water to begin with. And when I just came home from work, so that's the very first thing I do is go check on the chickens, give them cool water to drink, empty that warm water, give them some more water in that cake pan so that they can cool their feet off. I really try. Their fan is on. I'm trying to keep them cool because I know it gets hot in there. And anyway, that's the update. But guys, don't count us out yet on Homestead. We are still looking for a rabbit hutch. We're going to get rabbits towards the fall, like August. I guess next month we'll get rabbits, and we're just going to continue to do these things. I have a new adventure with teaching in this new way, and if anybody's interested, I can tell you down below. And yeah, there's going to be lots of interesting things. And in the winter time, we're going to be working on the inside of the house, so there's always something going on here. But just keep praying for us, and we thank you for being you and subscribing to our channel. And if you haven't, please do. It helps us out, liking these videos, and just leave some comments so that we can know we're totally messing things up or whatever, just to say hey. We love reading the comments. We don't get very many, but we do love reading comments. And yeah, so we will talk to you guys later.